Alright, welcome back to another N.Verted episode. So we're going to start with No Way Out. So I am going to start doing these N.Verted episodes also with just post-commentary voiceovers because, again, same thing. It's just, not that these are really that hard, but it just allows me to get them done easier than doing it with commentary. So that's just the way I'm going to do it. This is a really cool filter, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it makes it a little bit hard to see, but it's cool. I like the comic book filter style. So this level really didn't give me any trouble just because I know this level pretty well. It took me a little while to get the insanely perfect on this level, so I'm pretty familiar with it already. So it was just a matter of, you know, getting through it without dying more than 3 times, which I did think I did die a couple times at the end, which I kind of cut that all out just because it just sped up the episode a little bit. So I am going to try to keep these insanely perfects and the N.Verted at 3 levels, so no matter how long the level is, I'm just going to try to keep it at 3 levels, because levels average like 8 to 10 minutes, I think, so it's pretty good. That's a good time, at least. I was really struggling with this too. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, I just could not get this. I don't know if it was just the N.Verted was messing with me because it's like different, like the different direction. I don't know, but I never had trouble like that whenever I was doing this the normal way. Eventually, we get it though, so we're good. I messed up this end part too. I usually break these 3 boxes, but I didn't have time to. The nitro would have killed me, so I just had to yeet out of there. So I mean, this level's pretty basic. I don't really need to talk through this, I guess, but you know, especially because I've already done this for the Insanely Perfect episode and whatnot. Which actually, I think this Insanely Perfect level I did with live commentary, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. I kind of lost track at this point. But again, these parts they're not hard to me anymore. I've done them so much, and then I've even done like the Cortex timeline level. It's just those parts are even harder, and I don't know, they're just super easy in this level. This part is really just a matter of taking your time. I don't know why I jumped all the way back when there was a solid platform literally right beside me. I saw that now in the editing, and I was just like, why did I do that? Like, it could have saved myself 30 seconds probably. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So here's where the hidden gem is in the normal level, but it's not here, obviously, in the N.Verted. It is just right up here, though, behind this waterfall. Right there. Clear out the last couple boxes and get out of here. We have this weird little stair thing with the box. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just seemed like a strange thing. And it's not even there in the timeline level, so I don't really know why they thought that was necessary. It's not like it's difficult. It's just weird. So this is the way I've found that's easiest to get up here. There may be other ways, I'm sure there is, but that's the way I've always done it. Out of all of the platforms though in this level, this is probably the one that gave me the most trouble, just because of like the way, not necessarily on this this run right here, just I mean in general with just this level, normal or inverted. This one is just hard, just like the angle of the camera, the jumping away from the camera, it's just hard to judge distance. It's always been that way in Crash games, but that's definitely the hardest platforming part. Now here, you gotta make sure you get this box that's over here. Always try to land on the box rather than the ice, because the ice is super slippery and you will just get yeeted off into the water. Yeah, I died right there. I think I died again too, but I just cut to this. Because I can use the loading screens to kind of like hide like the cuts. And it works out pretty well for the most part. Usually you can't tell that there was a cut there, which you couldn't pretty much there. I haven't had to do any trophy splices lately, it's kind of weird. There's going to be one coming up because there's the next, no, well, not the next area, I guess, but the next area has a trophy associated with a level that I'll have to get. And then the only other miscellaneous trophy I have left is the play a level as Coco, and I'm leaving that until the very last trophy that I need to get, just because it's kind of like a running theme for me. I'm pretty sure every game has had a play as Coco, where like defeat so many enemies with Coco's spin, whatever. And that's always been the final trophy I've gotten. So, and because I record on my PlayStation, I have to use that clip twice because it'll also be the platinum clip. So it's just kind of like a theme. So anyway, there's this No Way Out N.Verted gems. We got all of them. And we're going to move on. But yeah, so that's that. And then all that's really left is getting all the gems, doing all the time trials, doing all the flashback tapes and all that stuff. So we'll get there eventually. It's just going to take a while. I don't even know how many episodes this is going to be. It's going to be a lot. And then we're going to do Ship Happens, which is just the timeline level to No Way Out.
The Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
Which I used, like, I don't know. Every time I play as Cortex, I'm like, man, I don't like Cortex, but he's not bad. It's just kind of hard to get used to, because you're used to being able to double jump, and Cortex can't double jump. So you'll forget often that you can't double jump and try and double jump, and then you'll die. So, but his little dash move is pretty cool. I won't lie. It's definitely useful. And you do surprisingly have a lot of control with it. There's a little bit of hang time when it ends, so you have time to maneuver around. Usually I revert that back to the swordfish, but it was low enough that I could just smack myself into it and get back up on it. Usually I go the other way first, but I guess muscle memories served me to go to the right, because that's how it is in the normal level, and it's just what it did. Either way, it doesn't matter though. It just means I had to go back down and bounce back up one more time. I've gotten really good at this Cortex part though. I almost fell off here, like, crazy. This nitro part, I hated this part when I was first trying to do this level insanely perfect. And then I just kind of figured it out, and it's really not that bad. The worst part is that if you jump off that and smack those top nitros, that's really the part that I would die on the most. So anyway, now it is the crash part, which is slightly harder than the original level, for sure. You have boxes now across these gaps that you have to get. And I find it's easier to jump across, but don't go too far here. Don't step off of that plank that I'm standing on, and then just jump backwards. Because once you pass that plank and you're on the diagonal portion, you lose the Kapuna mask, so you can't slow time anymore. So just make sure you don't go too far, and you'll be alright. You can just jump back and grab it just like I did. Now this part just has a lot more boxes, so you just gotta kind of work your way around all the platforms without falling in the water and get all the boxes. There's still the hidden box, so you gotta make sure you get that too. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna ride down here and get this box that's in the water. And then we'll ride back up. We'll go to the platform over here where the hidden gem is in the normal level. The normal level, I should say. And then we go kill this guy, break these boxes, and we jump across here. I think I died. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, the hidden gem is up here in this level. So make sure you grab that. And then I usually do this part the other way. I usually go into the waterfall first, but for some reason I did it this way and almost died. But I managed to pull it off. So hit that exclamation point, which activates the final exclamation point. Hit that exclamation point, and then you can get these last boxes. And you know, I'm pretty sure even if you just pop these TNTs, you'd still get the 80% gem. I like to make sure I break as many boxes as I can, so I for sure get the 80% gem. I'm pretty sure you would get it anyway. Now this is the harder part. I managed to break one of the boxes by killing that guy, because there's usually 2 here. So this made it a little bit easier. I didn't have to jump quite as high, but... So here, I spin and time slow at the same time, like literally push the buttons at the same time, and then you'll get these no problem. And then just, I messed that up, so I have to get myself back over. It takes me a couple attempts, because I could have just died and restarted the checkpoint, because I don't think I've died yet up to this point, but I just, I don't really like dying, so. And it's not that hard to get back up. I messed up my double jump there, that's why I didn't go that way, but... And I don't know, I was still spinning, I don't know, I was just being silly. So anyway, we get back up there, we do a slide jump, and we get the box. Now this last one's pretty easy, just jump on the first 2 platforms, and then just bounce on the 2 blocks, and then jump across. And this part's the same as always, pretty much. Just always break that lower box first before you start bouncing, because if you don't, you will break both bounce boxes, and then you will bounce up into the nitro on the final box, and you don't want to do that, so... It's nice when that guy breaks the box right there, but he managed to not, so I have to do some finagling to get it, which I got it. And I died a couple times in this here, but again, I just cut him out, because why not? That's why I hate landing on the ice. When you jump, it's like you're just flying around through the air with no control. It's the worst. I don't remember where. I know I die in this. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Yeah, I do. I die right here. So, I died again right there. Take breath made me cough. Seriously though, this cough is just the most lingering cough. Everything else is gone but this stupid cough. Oh, I cannot wait for it to go away. That's the way you want to do those. You don't really want to have to bounce on them. You want to try to do it so that you can spin them. Like right here. Being able to just spin that box instead of having to jump on it. It's just much easier. Now this last part, I mess it up, but it's same as in the Insanely Perfect. As long as you hit that and just bounce on these two boxes and then spin all these boxes, you'll get all of them. No problem. But I missed that one, so I have to go back and do it again just to get the one box. And then don't forget the ones in the waterfall. Now you have some fireboxes to deal with. And I always break that arrow box, but it's fine. You can just use this platform and then bounce off of this box and you can still get the mask up there. And you have a couple more fireboxes and then that's it. You're done with this level. So there you go, there's the ship happens inverted gems. Now the last one we do is stay Frosty. I also changed my skin just because I've been using this skin for a while and I just kind of felt like changing it. Alright, so on to this level. I didn't struggle too much with this, I don't think. I think I may have made it through without dying, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been like a day and a half now since I did this, so. So now you're gonna go left first. No, right first. I always do this. I did that in the Insanely Perfect one too. I can never get the flip inverted thing. But yeah, you want to go the one way first that doesn't have all the boxes, because otherwise you have to backtrack, and you don't want to backtrack. Backtracking's never fun in Crash. So now the hidden gem is on this part, and it is literally right after you jump through this part. You just need to drop down to get the hidden gem. Oh yeah, I did die because I missed that. That's right. I was too like focused on getting the hidden gem and I was panicking, so I did die. Our way back. No, we still have the gem. We don't need to try to get it again, so I don't even bother. Because once you pick up a hidden gem, as long as you don't quit the level, you don't lose it. So get the butt clenchers first this time. Wait for the platforms to come back. Bicycle. Don't forget to break the arrow box. I've done that before. It's pretty frustrating when you do that. See, like, you can't do a slide jump there because you slide down the thing. So you have to do a jump like that. Unless you decide to just break the nitro, then you could do a slide jump. But I would rather not break the nitro, so I try not to. Now we do the inverted bonus path, which isn't very hard. Just watch the icicles. Time this right. So you want to make sure you get this golden bumpa box down there. And make it back up before those steel boxes turn steel. Which is not hard, just you don't even have to jump on those boxes, just bounce your way down them. And we're almost done with the level. It's a little bit further to go. We do have to take the path where the hidden gem is in the normal level, but it doesn't really matter if you mess up this time, because if you do, you can just die, as long as you're not already on 3 deaths. But, because there are boxes up here, so you do have to go this way, regardless, but... So now it's just going across this pathway and getting to the end of the level. And you'll see here, like I was saying in the Insanely Perfect one, the sharks on this were always coming up when the platforms were there. I couldn't get it timed to where they weren't, so I don't know what causes that to happen. But it happens a lot in this game. Like, you get different timings for things in this game a lot. Yeah, I died there. You get, like, there's been other things, like on the offbeat level, like the Mardi Gras level, where there's 2 unicyclers are riding on that one skinny platform where the hidden gem is in the normal level. I've done that part where they were on top of each other. So, like, if I had Lonnie Lolly, so, like, if I would phase one of them out, there would always be one there, because they were right on top of each other. So I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it does, and it was still happening here. So I don't know how to keep that from happening. I guess maybe restarting the level would do it. I'm not sure though. Either way, it's still possible to make it over. It's just a little more difficult. And you can just double jump across that gap, but for some reason I jumped on the ice platform. So there's the Stay Frosty Inverted, and that's going to do it for this episode. So I'll catch you in the next one. Next one hopefully will be an Insanely Perfect, but if not, you'll just see another Inverted. But I'll see you then.